If you followed my channel from the very beginning, you will remember about 4 or 5 years ago, I did a Sunday night depression video. Back in my corporate days, I would get depressed every single Sunday about 5 or 6 p.m. thinking about being trapped in an office 10 to 12 hours with people I had a very strong disdain for. In that video, I discussed my coping mechanisms and the things that got me through the day and the rest of the week. A link to that video is right here and also in the description, but do not watch it until the end of this video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how I still overcome depression, but now as an entrepreneur.
Now give me my theme music.
The first tip I will give you is to absolutely meditate and visualize every single day. I cannot tell you how critical visualization has been to my life in the last 2 years since I've started practicing. I can promise you that nearly everything I visualized during those cold winter months in Chicago during COVID, when I was at some of my lowest points in life, has almost come to fruition by the letter. Visualization isn't just closing your eyes and wishing upon a star. It's literally feeling like you have already achieved whatever you're visualizing, from the sounds to the temperature to the smells to the visual and the moods. I'll keep it 100 with y'all. I thought visualization was a bunch of bullshit. However, when actually visualizing, I forgot where I was in real life. It's funny, when you're visualizing, sometimes it's hard to differentiate between real life and the visualization because everything looks and feels so real. Which brings me to my next point. I tend to focus more on the outcome than the individual goals and tasks. We know that goals are specific and measurable, and tasks are the things that will get you to your goals. However, sometimes because of the task and the goals and the deadlines and the dates, we tend to lose focus on the overall outcome. And keeping myself focused and always in mind of what the outcome is, it helps me from getting beat down by the details. Always remember, the path to success is not straight most of the time. It tends to curve. Instead of me trying to get to the goal, I want the outcome. One of my main rules in life is to always accomplish one thing for myself and one thing for my business every single day. Of course, those of us that create these long task lists and priority lists and every other kind of list, it's very difficult and can actually give you anxiety trying to complete all of these tasks and duties on a list. However, if you make sure that you complete just one for yourself and one for your business, it really keeps things in perspective and it gives you a win. So if you've done those two things every single day, you've won, even if you didn't accomplish the next thing. Lord willing, there's always tomorrow, but make sure you at least get something done. There should never be a day that you don't get something accomplished for yourself and something for your business, no matter how large or how small it is. Another humongous tip on this list is to have one self-care day and probably a getaway every 6 to 8 weeks, just for balance and for a mental break. If you don't do these things, you'll get burnout and you'll be so unproductive. You'll be doing work, but nothing seems to get accomplished. But taking that one day to yourself and getting away from your regular environment every 6 weeks is such a game changer. The getaway doesn't have to be an extravagant trip. It can be something as simple as packing an overnight bag, doing a staycation, somewhere that you enjoy that is outside of your normal environment, somewhere that you are staying overnight, not at home. That one day of self-care can be something as simple as getting a haircut, a massage, doing something for yourself that every week you get to look forward to. I'm not gonna say happy hour or brunch, and that's because it's not really self-care, and many times it's not something that is positive for your body, especially happy hour and brunch. So something that is good for your body, like a massage, like a haircut, something soothing and calming is what I suggest as your self-care day. This is really important for those of us that work from home. Another game changer is having an exercise plan. I would suggest exercising a minimum of 5 days a week, especially when you work at home. Exercise is very important to combat the inevitable anxiety and oncoming depression that comes with the nature of entrepreneurship. One exercise hack that I like is having an active hobby or joining classes such as a HIIT class, CrossFit, boxing, or something like that. It helps keep your commitment and breaks up the monotony of just going to the gym, lifting weights, or getting on a cardio machine.
Leave me like cloth on a hanger. Let me get eaten by prey.
For those of you that live in cities that are not sunny or cold or cloudy, and you have seasonal depression and you're not able to get that sunlight and go outside and take those breaks, one tip that I will say helped me tremendously in those cold winters in Chicago is the Happy Light. The Happy Light simulates sun rays, and it really helps me with productivity when I'm at my desk in those gray and cloudy days. When those clouds really hit hard mentally and you have not seen the sun in several days, this Happy Light has really come to save the day when it comes to the productivity at my desk. You literally plug it up and turn it on, and it simulates sun rays that kind of bring those sunlight endorphins and a little bit of vitamin D into your workspace. I highly recommend this product if you deal with any seasonal depression or if the weather affects your productivity or your mood. The link is down below in the description. The next tip is grinding does not equal productivity or success.
Nope.
The real question is, are you working harder or are you working smarter? Many people work hard, but a lot of people don't work smart. Working smart can be something as simple as using AI tools instead of coming up with everything on your own, or using a virtual assistant to uncomplicate tasks, or doing things that are not necessarily driving profitability directly. I've implemented both, and they are, for me, game changers. I'm able to complete the same amount of work or even more by doing actually less myself. Another important tip is to meet other entrepreneurs that are at your level or above that actually inspire you, and someone that you can bounce ideas upon and possibly do business with. For those of us who work at home, it is very easy to become very lazy and super introverted, because if you are a natural introvert, you enjoy being by yourself and enjoy your own company. It is easy to get into what I call slump streaks, when things are just not going well and you start what I call the depression slide. When things that are irritating happen, especially when they happen in a row, you are just feeling bad, you just want to be in the dumps. You can give yourself a moment, but you can't hold on to it. Have yourself a little mini pity party for a couple hours, but you got to get out of it. You got to get back on track. You got to get focused. One of the big things for me is to create a happy work environment. Decorating your workspace, keeping memorabilia of things that you enjoy or that motivate you, playing music or listening to podcasts that either makes you happy or subconsciously motivated, hanging photos, painting walls, and keeping that motivating workspace. So when I'm done working, I clean my area so that when I come to work the next morning, my desk is clean and I feel productive and happy again. One thing about having a junky or dirty workspace, it does not produce happiness and it actually hurts your productivity. Tidying up your workspace is a small task that gives big dividends. Another tip is to work outside of your normal environment. Now look, I love being at home. I love my home office space. I love being here and I love that environment. But sometimes I don't find it as productive because I've created my home to be such a relaxing environment. I tend to get a little lax working. Going outside or working in another environment sometimes can help your productivity immensely. It's not something that you need to do every day. It's something that you can do every once in a while, a couple of days a week, just to change up the monotony of being at home all the time. Again, being around other people sometimes helps your depression. It keeps you up and around, and it keeps you happy. Having that change up gives you a small boost mentally because the change of environment sometimes helps you be productive. Getting out, getting some fresh air, or being around other people that are being productive, such as yourself, gives you more energy. So I strongly suggest sometimes changing your environment when you work. So those are my tips on fighting the depression baddies. But question for the viewers, are you dealing with kind of that at home depression, not feeling good, not feeling productive? Or do you have any tips that keep you out of a rut? Please go ahead and add them down below in the comment section. Now, for those of you that work from home or entrepreneurs, did I miss anything? Do you have any of your own tips that kind of keep you on the up and up and keep you happy and motivated and keeps you away from depression? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Now that you've made it to the end of the video, again, I appreciate you watching. But if you could just go ahead and give me a quick thumbs up, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell so that you will be notified every single time that I drop a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.